Hello everyone. Today we started to create uh, some trainings regarding to TURCK automation components, and we will be using TURCK HMI PLC here, and we will be using TURCK TBN iolink box here, and we will be using TURCK pressure transmitters. Then we will read data from pressure transmitters via iolink, and we will manage pressure data here in TURCK HMI using by Codesys software. Then I will show you how we can create data tags into the TURCK HMIs, then how we can read tags by the Codesys software, so on. Okay, TURCK TX707 HMI based PLC, and it's HMI and also it's a PLC, and HMI side is programmed by TX Visual Studio, and PLC side is programmed by Codesys, and it has one port for supply voltage. It is supplied by 24 volts, and it has three different Ethernet ports. Ethernet 0 is for one communication. It's for local area network communication. If you can connect this port to your local area network, and you can see this exact screen on your PC screen, which is in same network. Uh, by the any browser, any internet browser. Uh, I will show you how to do that later on. And Ethernet 1 and Ethernet 2 is for automation communication. They both are for Ethernet communication, and we will be connecting TBEN iolink device to the Ethernet 1 or Ethernet 2. It depends on the configuration on into the system configurations. I will show you. And it has two USB ports. It's also important because HMI PLC has also uh, trend storage, and you can connect any USB stick to the USB ports, USB memory sticks. Then you can record lots of data from the transducers or any other device. Then you can store lots of data to the USB sticks, and I will show you how we can create trend lines, and how you can store data to the USB sticks. Now we need to download TURCK Software Manager. We are going to TURCK site, and here we have a search box, and we are typing Software Manager here, and we will download TURCK Software Manager here, and you will install that when you complete the download. I already downloaded that one. And the other one is TAS. TAS is TURCK Automation Suite, TAS. This software is needed for IoT device configuration. That one, TAS software download here. And here you will be directed to a page and it's requiring some of the information regarding to your name, company, city, country. When you fulfill those information and you accept the privacy policy, then submit, and then download will be started. Okay. I already downloaded those softwares here in my computer, and TURCK Software Manager. And TURCK Software Manager will be containing bunch of software which are needed to program TURCK automation components, and we will select a couple of softwares here and then download and install them. First one is Codesys. Codesys 3.5 Spec 18. This is latest version of the Codesys, and here when you click it will be included to download. And package, you can download all Codesys packages, and they will be included to the Codesys softwares. Those are packages for TURCK components. Then you can install all of them. I already installed them one by one. And what we will need TBEN-L and TBEN-L XPLC1. The server spec 18 here. TBEN is iolink device, and also TX Visio Pro 4.0 version or 4.5. I will be using 4.0 because my HMI is requiring this version. You can also download 4.5 version which are HMIs above TX707 package. They both same, but 4.5 version has also a higher version of the Codesys runtimes. Then you can try both of them. Um, so its possibilities to program your HMI with 4.0 rather than 4.0, and you can try 4.5. And also I already said about TBE and PLC, and here you don't need for now these devices. That's all for now here, and you will press to download, then download progress will be started. When you completed the progress here, then you can start to install by clicking the install button. Then all softwares will be installed one by one. It will take some times, about half hours. Then all required softwares will be ready to use here. Okay. And also here we have TAS2 automation suite. It will be needed to define some IP to the iolink device. It's based on web browser. When I connect my components, automation HMI and transducer, I will be showing you how we can do that here also. Now we have 4 software for TURCK programming. Codesys, first one is Codesys, the second one is TAS, TURCK automation software. This one is for configuring IP and configuration of iolink devices. TURCK Software Manager This is once we need at the beginning to download all of other software. Now we don't need that one. Last one is TX Visio Pro to program HMI configurations. And HMI visualization and configuration are managed by the TX Visio Pro. Okay, now we are opening Codesys software. File, new project, and here we have TX HMI device. This is here because we installed TURCK TX Codesys package, and here we have TX HMI device, and project name is TURCK Training. Okay. Yeah, device. Now here we can see all of the Codesys HMI based PLC devices. And here you select which you have HMI PLC. Now I have TX707 and TX707HB P3CV0. This is my HMI. Display mode, landscape, and PLC programming language is ladder. I will be programming with ladder language. It's standard PLC programming logic. Also, you can select other logics, but this is commonly used logic is ladder diagram. Yeah, I already, yes, created the same project, still develop, yes, development phase. Oh no, okay. Project is now creating. Our device is TX707. Yeah. Now project is created, but is very basic. No iolink, no programming detailed blocks, but basically it's ready to configurations. Okay. We did some cabling connections, and let's briefly explain about iolink device, HMI, my PC, and cabling, all of those cabling between them. And now here we have iolink device TBEN-S2-4IOL. So it has 4 iolink ports, and I have connected port 1 to my pressure transducer 1, port number 2 to my iolink port number 2 to my pressure transducer 2, and the other empty ports will be used for standard digital I/O. Now you can use 4 ports for iolink communication, and also you can use these ports for standard digital I/O. And I will be using these ports for digital input and output. And this one is for power supply. X1 port is input power supply. It's connected to 24 volts here. Here we have an important cabling. You need to twist together these brown and white and connect them to the positive 24 volts. And you need to twist blue and black together and connect this to the 24 volt negative. So you need to twist blue and black and brown and white together. If you only connect brown to positive or blue to the negative, you will be having power loss error on the iolink device, and it's requiring to connect black to negative and also white to positive port. Uh, Ethernet 1 is Ethernet 1 is connected to HMI PLC. Here, green cable, and it's connected to Ethernet number 1. Is Ethernet number 1 is for Ethernet number 2. In my case, Ethernet number 2 is for iolink communication. Ethernet number 1 is empty for now, and Ethernet number 0 is connected to my PC, and we will be communicating with HMI PLC via Ethernet number 0, and this is for supply voltage. Okay, let's power up the HMI. During the opening, I'm touching to the screen and I'm going to system settings, and here we have system settings screen. Okay, this screen is opened up when I touch to screen on the boot screen. Here system settings, and we are in the system settings now. First of all, you need to configure date and time here, and you can press edit button and you can choose your time zone, date, time, etc. I already configured them, and I am pressing cancel, and I'm going back to the menu. And most important configuration here is networking and network interfaces. Here you can see Ethernet 0, Ethernet 1, and Ethernet 2. And here we need to define IP address for each Ethernet port here. And edit. When you press to edit, you should close DHCP. And in my case, Ethernet 0 is connected to the local area network, so to my personal computer, and I defined this to IP number 192.168.1.1, and net mask is, as always, 255, 255, 5.0. Ethernet 1 port is the other Ethernet area. Is first two section is same, and third one is started with 10 and last one in 1. Ethernet 2 port is connected to the iolink device. Iolink network is 192.168.0.5, and we will be defining iolink IP address also in under the same subnet mask. Okay, and we are pressing to save button. Okay, operation is successful. Menu X start HMI. Okay, we have done all required cable connections, and we have created a startup program into the Codesys. And here we have device TX707, and it's very basic. Now we are going to create networking on this HMI PLC, and we are going to select at and now we are at selecting at device here. Now we need to add Ethernet port to the device. Add device. Now we have an Ethernet port here. Close and double click on the Ethernet, and we have defined here. Here we need to define 0.5, 192.168.0.5, and if you remember, we defined this same IP address into the HMI system configurations. We defined this IP address to the port of Ethernet on HMI device. This is the same port into the Ethernet configuration. Now we need to add additional Profinet device under the Ethernet port. We are clicking to the Ethernet, and we are selecting Profinet controller. We are clicking to the Add button, close, and okay. Okay, now here we have PN controller. PN controller is for iolink device. So our iolink device is this one. Okay, this one. So iolink device need also be configured with an IP address, and to do that we are opening TURCK Automation Suite and we are pressing to scan network. Nothing here because we need to connect this iolink device directly to our personal computer. So this green cable needs to be connected to our computer. Now I have connected this green cable, Ethernet cable, to my computer. We are powering up iolink device and press scan. Okay, here you can see now iolink device TBEN-S2-4IOL link, and we already configured the IP address as you see 0.20. Yeah. Okay, you are clicking here now and edit button is not visible here because probably we still do not on the same network area. Ethernet. Let's check our networking. Let's check IP address of the PC. Yes, it's 1.96, but here is 0.20. To change IP address of iolink device, we need to be under the same network. I mean, if we change this one to 0, okay, and scan again, now edit button should be visible. Scan again, yes. Now this pencil button is edit device button is now visible, okay, because we are under the same network. And now you can change the IP address of iolink device as you need. The important trick is here, important issue is here is this IP address should be the same IP address with the PN controller here, like that. Okay, this is PN controller, double click on that and see the IP address here. And we should be define exactly same IP address with PN controller here and here into the TURCK automation software configuration, and we find TBEN here, and we have defined same IP address here 0.20. Okay, now we are clicking apply button. Password is password, like that. Login. Okay, now we are ready to go. We have defined IP address to the iolink device and we can close this. And we are going back to the Codesys, and now we have PN controller and we are defined Same IP address here into the PN controller. And now we are ready to add the iolink device. In your case, it will be opening up like that. Close all the fields. Okay. Field buses, Profinet IO, TURCK, okay, TURCK, TBEN-S devices. So in your case, maybe you cannot see this TBEN group, device group in your case. If you have that kind of issue, you need to reinstall your packages again. You can install your packages here in device repository here and edit location, and also you can install your packages via TURCK Software Manager, and you can install your packages here in Codesys package for TXHMI PLC series, and also TBEN iolink devices package. Here, where is it? It should be under the iolink DTM OD. DTM for iolink devices, you should install both. And also the other way of installing packages is to download TBEN-S for search product. Go to the product page, download, and cat file configuration GSDML. You can download GSDML here. TBEN, open the RAR file here, TBEN-S Profinet, okay. GSDML, here you have GSDML and XML files, and go back to the Codesys page, tools, library, repository, no, tools, device repository, edit location, okay. You can choose the location, download file, location of the downloaded GSDML and XML files. Downloads, TBEN, Profinet, okay, and I already have this location, path here, you can see here, TBEN downloads, TBEN, Profinet, and close, and click to install button here. and you will be installing. I already installed that, and it's not installing again, and it will be started to install your TURCK device packages here, and you will be able to see your TURCK all TURCK iolink devices into the device repository. Okay, into the device repository you can see the here TBEN-S2. This is my TBEN iolink device. We are adding this device to our project. Close, and here we have TBEN-S2, and under the TBEN-S2 we have 4 iolink ports, diagnostic, iolink events, device status, so on. And also here we have base. Okay. Now we are clicking on the TBEN. TBEN has IP address like that. And also it should be same IP address on the Profinet. Okay. TBEN. Yeah. Now we have pressure transducers, and we are going to add pressure transducers. Plug device and TURCK. Let's check serial number of pressure transducers. TURCK PT10A. Let's find out PT10A. Yeah, PT10A. Yes, that one. And 1003. PT10A 1003H. iolink H1141. H1141. Yeah, it should be that one, not that one. That one. It's normal digital input contact. It's for iolink communication. Yeah, let's add this one. Close, and we have one more plug device, one more pressure transducer. Same. Okay, plug device. This one is the other pressure transducer. Okay, and also we can define those two empty ports as standard digital I/O. Let's see how we can do this. Let's see. Yeah, we are going to basic. Okay, channel. Here you can see channel 1, 3, 5, 7, and here, let's show you on the iolink device. Here you can see standard digital I/O names. Here you can see DXP7, DXP5 under the IOL, under the IOL. Yeah. Also you have DXP LED. Here IOL. So you can see here. Yeah. Currently we are communicating with pressure transducers with IOL 0, and also this port has standard digital contacts named as DXP1. The other one is DXP3. Next one is DXP5. DXP means here standard digital I/O output. So here also we have DXP7 standard digital output LED identified for output. And let's configure the standard input and standard output here. Go to the basic, and here you can see channel 1, channel 3, and channel 5 and channel 7. This means channel 1 is DXP1, channel 3 is DXP3, 5 is DXP5, 7 is DXP7. Okay. If we change this channel, activate output for channel 5, yes, now channel 5 is output, standard digital output. And if we activate channel 7 as standard output, if we change this to yes, now channel 5 and channel 7 is standard output. Okay. Yeah. Save the project. Okay, now we do not configure the channel 1 and channel 3 as standard digital output or input. They are only configured for iolink pressure transducers, and iolink port 3 and port 4 is configured as digital output. Okay. Okay, now we have completed hardware configurations, and we can try to connect HMI PLC. And let's go to online mode. Okay, before trying to connection, let's double check the IP address. Now we have configured IP address as 0.5 here, and let's check the IP of the computer. 0.96. It should be, yeah, now it should be connected. Okay. Now double click on the device, and connection screen will be visible here, and scan network. Now network is scanning. Nothing here. Why? Let's check the IP here again. It's IP for the iolink. Yeah, it's IP for the iolink. But yeah, I remember that it should be not 0 point. It should be 1. Go back to IP of the PC and change it to the 1. Yeah. Now IP properties 1.96. Okay. Now click on device. Scan again. Yeah. It's visible. TX707. It's our HMI device. Okay. That's yes. Yeah. Okay. Now device is visible. Click OK. Do you want to upgrade the storage format or no? Not now. Login. Application is currently in run mode. Matching completion from the existing application needs to be replaced. It says that there is already one application into the HMI PLC. Do you want to replace this application with the PC application one? Yes. Okay. Now we are online into the PLC. Yeah. We got an error here. Ethernet is not configured. Why? Mm-hmm. You should give a name to Ethernet as Ethernet 2. Save. Go online. Yes, now we are online and PLC is in stop mode. Run the PLC. Now PLC is running, and we got here an empty white screen because we should program HMI with the TX with the Visual Studio, not with the Codesys. So we are going to program PLC side with the Codesys, but HMI visualization will be programmed by TX Visual, and we should delete these and these screen configurators into the codices. If you don't delete these screen configurations, you will not be able to see anything into the HMI screen, because Codesys is also trying to configure visualization here, and we do not need any visualization component into the Codesys. Now we are deleting them from the project. We are going to stop offline. Yeah, now we should be able to delete. Yes, and delete also that one. Yes, save online again. Yes, yeah. Now we are online. PLC is running, and also HMI components are active, as you can see. Yeah. Okay. Now, next step is to create tags into the codices and communicate them with TX Visual Studio. Let's open TX, yeah, TX Visual. File, yeah, give a name, project name, select the correct HMI, we got an empty screen, main screen. Okay, there is no any tag. Now we should create tag. Here, go to offline. Okay, guys. Now we are going to create a global variable symbol files. So we should create some symbol configuration here. And here we should select tags to communicate with HMI. First of all, we need to go to the hardware, and here we have iolink port 1 is for pressure transducer 1. We are going to read data from pressure transducer, and we are going to iolink port here, and we are going to PN module IO mapping here, and here you can see measurement value as a integer type, and here we are giving this to a tag name as pressure 1. This is pressure 1. The other port is for pressure 2. Here PN module configuration, measurement value pressure 2. Okay, 2. Yeah. And now we are going back to this symbol configuration here, and we should be seeing this pressure 1 and 2 here built. Yeah, here you can see pressure 1. We are selecting pressure 1 and pressure 2. Save the project, and we should be export an XML file of this text to communicate this text with HMI screen. To do that, we are going to online and create boot application. The application changed since the download. Yes. Now we have created a boot application, and project is exported, and yeah, boot application. Here automation. Let's create a new folder here. Training HMI. Yes. And now we are going to TX Visual, and we are importing. Okay, first of all we should define a protocol here. Okay, now we are going back to the TX Visio Pro, and first we need to create a protocol here, and we should set it to the HMI which communication protocol will be defined and which PLC will be communicated with the HMI. Here we are using Codesys version 3 Ethernet here. In general, Codesys HMI use 127.0.0.1 IP internally. We do not need to do anything more. We are creating this, save, and next we are importing a dictionary here. Linear, okay, and now we need to go to our project directory, and you will see here a XML file for our project to training device configuration, and we are clicking OK. Now TX Visio Pro says you have two tags here, and here you can see pressure 1 tag and pressure 2 tag here, yeah, which are we selected into the Codesys program, and we will be communicating with those two tags here. Okay, save. Then we are going back to the screen, and let's create a simple label here. Label pressure 1, bigger, and pressure 2, and its value for pressure 1. Let's define the tag here, and we should be able to see our tag here. Value plus tag, there is no pressure 1. Why? Let's check again. The protocol is here, tag, yeah, we do not see the tag here because you can see here pressure 1 and pressure 2 tags here is not visible, because here we should also select the importable tags. Here you can see the yeah, you will understand. Yeah, just double click on the tags, and they will be appeared. Yeah, and go back to the page. Click plus. Okay, then you can see here the pressure 1 and pressure 2. Okay. And this is for pressure 2. Okay. Save. Yes. That's all. Let's download the project. Download. That one. Select the HMI. Download again. Yes. Now it's downloading. It takes some minutes for the first download of the project. Not minutes. It's normally, yeah, it's around 30 seconds. Close. Now we should see the pressure values here. We don't see because probably PLC is in not run mode. Yes, PLC is installed. Start PLC. Now pressures are 0. Why? It should show some pressure value here. Yeah, as you can see, iolink port 1 and port 2 is on error. Let's check why. Here you can see the iolink ports of the pressure transducers. Let's check the address here. This address here, pressure 1, pressure 2. Status. Status. Subsource. Okay, now we are going back to the TX Visio Pro, and first we need to create a protocol here, and we should set it to the HMI which communication protocol will be defined and which PLC will be communicated with the HMI. Here we are using Codesys version 3 Ethernet. Here, in general, Codesys HMI use 127.0.0.1 IP internally. We do not need to do anything more. We are creating this. Save. And next we are importing a dictionary here. Linear, okay. And now we need to go to our project directory. And you will see here a XML file for our project to training device configuration, and we are clicking OK. Now TX Visio Pro says you have two tags here, and here you can see pressure 1 tag and pressure 2 tag here, yeah, which are we selected into the Codesys program, and we will be communicating with those two tags there. Okay, save. Then we are going back to the screen, and let's create a simple label here. Label pressure 1, bigger, and pressure 2, and its value for pressure 1. Let's define the tag here, and we should be able to see our tag here. Value plus tag, there is no pressure 1. Why? Let's check again. The protocol is here, tag, yeah, we do not see the tag here because you can see here pressure 1 and pressure 2 tags here is not visible, because here we should also select the importable tags. Here you can see the yeah, you will understand. Yeah, just double click on the tags, and they will be appeared. Yeah, and go back to the page, click plus. Okay, then you can see here the pressure 1 and pressure 2. Okay, and this is for pressure 2. Okay, save. Yes. That's all. Let's download the project. Download. That one. Select HMI. Download again. Yes. Now it's downloading. It takes some minutes for the first download of the project. Not minutes. It's normally, yeah, it's around 30 seconds. Close. Now we should see the pressure values here. We don't see because probably PLC is in not run mode. Yes, PLC is in stop. Start PLC. Now pressures are 0. Why? It should show some pressure value here. Yeah, as you can see, iolink port 1 and port 2 is on error. Let's check why. Here you can see the iolink ports of the pressure transducers. Let's check the address here. This address here, pressure 1, pressure 2, status, status, subsource. Yes, because PT10R, this is PT10R, but our pressure transducers are not PT10R. They are PT10A. Okay, yeah. Refactoring. Okay, tags are created, and now let's create a global variable here. Global variable list GVL. Let's go to offline. Add project global variable, and now create a global variable here as always on boolean to also always off boolean true, and we will be using these contacts into our program. So here we can't, here in HMI we can't see any, we still can't see any value sorry, from the any value from the pressure transducers. It's appearing as 0 because we do not use any tag value into the Codesys program, and we to see, to see the current actual values into the HMI, we need to use those pressure 1 and 2 tags into the PLC program. Okay, let's simply create a program to do that. Uh, just we need to read a value here. Okay, just read pressure 1 and move to anywhere, and pressure 2 move to anywhere, any tag. Yeah, now we are reading tag values. In Codesys, it will not enough to create a tag name here. You should also be created and use this tag into the PLC program block. Otherwise, you will not be read actual values here. Okay, online login and change. Now we need to get actual pressure values. Yeah, now here you can see the pressure values of the pressure transducers. It's pressure transducer 1 and 2, 926. So it it should be as a barometric pressure, and it's now showing millibar atmosphere pressure. Atmosphere pressure is now 925 and It's around 900. Yeah. Okay. Now let's create a trend line of the pressure transducer. It's pretty simple because now we got pressure tags and data here, and let's create a trend line, a trend, and create sampling here. And you can store on device memory, HMI memory, and also you can store data into a USB stick, which I show you into the which I show you in the beginning. Here on the HMI, we have two USB port, and you can plug a USB stick here, and you can store the data into the USB. Just add a tag name here, name pressure 1, tag, the title is pressure 1, tag name is pressure 1 tag, format, doesn't matter, numeric, yeah, pressure 2, pressure 2, tag is pressure 2 again, it's also numeric, save, move them to upside images. Trend, just go to the widget gallery and select here, select trend and graphs. Here you can select real-time trend. Um, Now we should define the trend tag. Data link, data, let's little bit talk about trends. HMI, TURCK HMI PLC has uh, abilities to store lots of data into a trend component. Here you can create a trend component and you can define some parameters to the trend line. and here you can see number of samples, and you can take samples till 10 millisecond resolution, and you can store your trend data into the internal memory, and also you can plug a memory stick or hard disk device to the USB port of HMI, and you can store all data into the USB. Also, you can store your backup file into an external USB or SD. And device has USB port and SD card port. You can plug a USB stick or SD memory into the device. Then you can store all of your data into the external memory device. And you can define your tags, and you can store whatever you want into the memory sticks and hard disk trends. Okay. Okay. We read pressure data, pressure 1 and pressure data on, on the screen, as you can see. Now let's create a trend line here. To do that, go to historic trend, drag and drop a trend here. And let's adjust the scaling to 3000. Max 3000. Let's curve. We should add a curve here. Go to Here, go to historic trend. Below you can see the historic trend. Trend, under trend, select trend name and pressure 1. Okay. Save. Let's check the data. Historic trend. Yes, it's correct. Download this to the device. Scale is still appearing as 100 on the screen. There is something missing. Curve 3000 curve X. Yes, wide page size is 3000. Behavior, yeah, that one. It's 3000. Yeah. Now it should be work. Download. Yes, scale is 3000, and yeah, here you can see the curve. Data curve is recording. Let's do some pressure on the pressure transducer. Pressure transducer 1. Yes, I'm blowing the pressure transducer to try to create some pressure on the transducer. Yeah, that's starting point. Yeah, here you can see my blowing till 1000 millibar. You can see the change on the screen. The curve is spiked a little bit, and the good thing is on this screen you can do the zoom on the curve. Yeah, here you can see the curve, and you can do zoom on any spike, any peak point. You can zoom and see what data you have here. Yeah, and HMI is able to zoom and focus till 1 millisecond of data here. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Please subs please subscribe my channel to support me. Thank you. Bye.